Welcome to the Life Makeovers podcast. My name is Cindy D. Whitmer, and I am the Midlife Makeover Coach, helping you turn your midlife into your best life, one step at a time. Through powerful conversations, my own midlife roller coaster story, and over 3 decades of helping people transform their lives through counseling and coaching, I am on a mission to help you create your own definition of success and happiness. Thank you for being here. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. I recently heard a talk given by my friend Phil Roger. Thank you, Phil. And he talks about spiritual things. He's studied all kinds of religious and spiritual traditions in his lifetime and so forth. So I always, when he opens his mouth, my ears start to open because I always learn something. It's always so interesting. So no matter what religious line of thinking you've adopted in your life or were raised with, or maybe you have no specific spiritual practice or teachings that you follow, I'm hoping that what I share today will be of use to you anyway, because it's not I'm not pushing religion or pushing any certain belief system, but I just found value in what Phil shared. And so I wanted to share it with you guys. So he talked about in the Buddhist tradition, there are three poisons, and they are you ready for this? I got out a piece of paper really quick and wrote them down when he was talking. Number one, ignorance. Okay, ignorance. Number two, hatred. And number three, attachment. Okay, this was really interesting. I wish I could explain them in some beautiful, articulate way, as Phil did. But I'll do my best here to just quickly run down the line here. So 3 poisons in life. Okay, so number one, ignorance. Now, I'm coming at this through the eyes of a life coach, a therapist, what I do for a living. What I do is I help people get from where they are in their lives to where they really want to be. And sometimes that involves a healing process. Sometimes it involves creating new habits or strategies for a better life. Sometimes it involves a lot of mindset work and even getting clear on what a person wants, right? So when I think of ignorance, I don't think people are stupid. I think they are unknowing or unaware sometimes. And that's why the first step in my midlife makeover method that I coach on is waking up. Waking up. So this is the movement away from ignorance about your own way of being or your own way of coping in your life or showing up for yourself or others. So a lot of times I think it's really easy to just be ourselves and get in our rhythm of how we live and not really stop to think on some conscious level how we're speaking to other people or what tone we're using or what words we're using or how we are being disrespectful or just unconscious in our relationships and so forth. And so when I think of the poison of ignorance, I think of it in terms of us being unaware of how we are behaving. I know I've hurt people in the past. I've done things where I hurt someone's feelings, not meaning to, not realizing, oh my gosh, I'm hurting someone's feelings right now by making this choice or by, doing this thing or giving this look or, that kind of thing. I think I've shared before how Ed, my husband, my dear beloved husband, told me, I don't know when this was, a few months ago. He said, when you get upset, your eyes get really big. He goes, you look at me and your eyes get really, really big. And I'm like, really? Like, I had no idea. And he doesn't like my big eyes. He knows there's trouble. So I've been working on being more conscientious, not being so ignorant of that, for example. Okay, so where are you being ignorant in your life? In other words, where are you being unaware of how you are showing up? Another form of ignorance in your life might be avoiding problems, avoiding toxic situations, avoiding stressful factors in your life, avoiding, maybe that unexplained pain in your side that you're just ignoring. So think about that too. What are you avoiding in life that is causing you distress or destruction that needs your attention? So the ignorance. Number 2, hatred. I think this speaks for itself. I mean, we're either giving out loving thoughts, loving ideas, loving words, loving behavior, or not. If there's a group of people, for example, that you disagree with massively, or you do not understand, you feel like they live a life that you cannot even comprehend, often our response to people we disagree with or don't understand is a hateful kind of response. For some people, it's downright hatred kind of acts and words and things. But for others of us, there's fear there, and there's the temptation to judge and so forth. And so I just want you to just look at it, look over your life this morning, this week, and ask yourself, am I putting out a more hate-filled kind of approach to any group of people, any people I disagree with or don't understand? And is there another response? Even if you could get a little more neutral or a little more peaceful inside about your differences or whatever, that might be a more a happier way to live. So take a look at that. How is that poisoning your life? How is it poison in your life? And number 3, attachment, which again, how I'm explaining these, I'm not claiming to know the Buddhist traditions. I've studied it a little bit. I find it fascinating, but I certainly am not an expert on this. But for me, in my life and in my coaching therapy background, attachment, we can have very healthy attachments to other people. And we can have unhealthy attachments to people and things and so forth. And I think, please correct me if you know and I'm wrong, in the Buddhist tradition, they call attachment of any kind a problem, like a poison. So I would just challenge you to look at what you're really attached to. Maybe you're really attached to your kids, being certain kinds of adults. Maybe you're really attached to your boss behaving differently. Maybe you're really attached to, just staying married until you die, no matter what, even if you're getting abused or something. Maybe you're really attached to, just doing things a certain way. Maybe you're attached to sugar. Maybe you're attached to alcohol. Maybe you're attached to work, like you're a workaholic or something. Anyway, just look at where you're overly attached, or you're, have an unhealthy attachment to someone or something that is destructive for you, and see how you can loosen that up a bit, become a little less attached, and just feel more balanced in that. So those are the 3 poisons that, according to the Buddhist tradition, that my friend Bill taught. And I just take a look if any of those are playing a role in your life or in your suffering or stress, and how if you let go of some of those or take another approach, you might feel happier. So I hope this is helpful, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to the Life Makeovers podcast. If you'd like to connect with me on social media, find out more about my coaching programs, or download my free ebook, The Midlife Makeover Method, The Secret to Loving Yourself Fully and Living on Your Terms, then head over to my website at www.cindydwhitmer.com and have a wonderful day.